Lori, hi guys. So fun. Rose, I wonder, I think that's Rose. Hi Rose. You don't have your camera on, but I think it's you. Okay, awesome. I'm gonna do, just remember, Jess was just saying if it's on speaker view, then I'm gonna be the big picture. You guys probably know this, but, and then if it's gallery view, then you see all the little pictures. So whatever works for you. Let's check out time. We got 2 minutes. And if you're just coming in, remember, get a set of weights or a couple of bottles or cans or something, and then just a towel or if you have a slider, it's great, or just a Ziploc bag if you're on carpet to be a little bit slippy. The idea is that you're just putting more weight into your leg that's not on the slider, so you can do it without and just kind of be a little bit light on that foot. Doesn't matter at all. All right.
Okay, so it looks like everyone's muted already, so I'll just hand it over to you. I'll mute myself.
Awesome. We'll wait 1 more minute. I say 9:59. Just make sure no one else is popping in here. Okay, and you guys can we're gonna start standing with our weights. Again, if you don't have weights, you can use cans, bottles. You don't have to use cans, bottles. You don't have to use anything. And that is that. Okay, so we will be, I'm trying to make sure this is turned right. Okay, so grab your cans, bottles, whatever you are using or nothing. We're gonna stand with our feet just about hip distance apart. Just nice even weight on both of those feet. So even weight through the inside and outside of those feet, through your toes, through your heels, shoulders down and away from your ears to stand up really nice and tall in your vertical neutral. So remember, you have that little space behind your low back. I'm not arching my back. I'm not tucking. I'm just in kind of a relaxed neutral. You should feel like your ribs are hugging around your center. Your pelvis is square to the way you're looking. So not here, not there. All right, so stay like that. Tiny little bend in your knees. We're just gonna start with circles. So bring your arms right up to about shoulder height and then just start circling them around. So as you're circling your arms, think about your shoulders staying down and away from your ears. Think about your collarbones being nice and open. Top of your head is reaching up to the ceiling, so you're kind of as tall as you can be. Go 4 more, just like this. 3, 2, last one, and then switch the other way. So opposite direction, just smooth little circles, moving your upper arm bones. Don't worry about what your hands are doing. It's not about your wrists. It's really about those upper arms. If you have some kind of weight, you'll start to feel them getting a little bit heavier as we work here. Go 3, 2, and 1. Hold. Now open your arms wide, so out to big T, and then back together. Again, opening right out, pause, and then back together. So I'm not letting my arms come behind me. They're just right in line with my shoulders, and then back together. Let's do that again. So open out, and then back in. Go 6 more like this, and back in. I'm just gonna pop this in a little bit. Keep going for 5. And 4. 3, 2, and then 1 more. So let's hold right there. So arms are nice and wide. You're here. Now from here, circle around. Smooth little circles. Just gonna rejig this 1 more time here. 1 set. Going 1 direction, and then we're gonna go a whole set, the complete opposite direction again. Is that gonna work? I think so. Okay, so let's pause and then circle back the opposite way. That's better. So now smooth little circles again, reaching your arms. So think of your arms reaching to opposite sides of the room. As you're circling, grow nice and tall. You got 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold them there. Now bend in. So really pull those elbows tight to your side. And then reach up. So above shoulder height, pull in nice and tight, and reach. Your palms are facing forward. Reach. In, exhale out. In, exhale out, go 5 here. And 4 more, exhale, press. 3, remember you're not locking your knees. Try not to relax into your comfortable posture, whatever that is, stay neutral. Ready, last one, we're gonna go here and then we're gonna add the twist. So rotate your palms face behind you and then back in. So same, up nice and high, in and twist, in and twist. So palms face forward, palms face behind. Go 8, out, 7, exhale out, 6, 5, feel that pulling in, 3, go for 2, and then 1 more, all the way out. Bring those arms down, give your shoulders a nice little roll out. Okay, so from here, we're gonna reach our arms straight forward. As we do that, we're gonna come down into a little squat. So arms are gonna go forward, thumb down, abs are pulling in, ribs are staying tight around your center. Stand all the way up, press through your heels, arms down. Inhale, exhale, abs pull in, feel that pelvic floor lifting each time you stand, belly button to spine. All my weight is in my heels, so you should be able to wiggle your toes around as you do this. So 5, abs pull in, I'm hinging my upper body forward slightly. 4, in, 3, ready, 2 more here. Exhale, up, 1 more, we're gonna stay down, hold right there. Keep those abs pulling in, ribs are hugging around your center. Remember, you can wiggle your toes, arms reach back. So they're a little bit above your hips. Drop your elbow, or bend your elbows, and then extend. Slow and reach. So go 8, 7, exhale, 6, exhale, 5, reaching long, 4, keep pressure through those heels, 3, last 2, last 1, all the way out, bend those elbows in, stay there, so keep your elbows nice and lifted, stand all the way up, take a breath, and then back down, holding here, up 2 inches, so you're only up 2 inches, now extend your arms and hold, open out, squeeze in, open out, squeeze in, keep pressure through your heels, 8, squeeze, 7, squeeze, 6, 5, keep those abs pulling in, don't let yourself start to do this, 3, last 2, squeeze, last 1, squeezing in, drop those arms, stand all the way up, give those shoulders a nice little roll out. Okay, so from here, let's grab our slider. So remember, a Ziploc bag or something slippery on a carpet, or just a towel if you're on hardwood. All right, so pop your right foot on top of it. Okay, and then come to, have your feet about hip distance apart. We're gonna go into a regular parallel lunge. So I'm gonna keep my hands by my side. For the first one, I'm gonna bend my left leg, my right leg shoots back behind me. So at the bottom of my lunge, depending on your knees, if you have any kind of issue with your knee, don't go too low, but ideally you want your left knee on top of your left heel when you're at the bottom of the movement. This is the bottom here. And then stand, press through your left heel as you stand up. Inhale there, you can add arms if you want. Press through that left heel as you stand. Slow and control, dropping down, my ribs are tighter on my center, I'm hinging my upper body forward, and press. Slow and controlled down, feel those abs connecting, your right foot is nice and light on your towel, and up. Again, you got 3 more. Abs pull in, press through that left heel, you should be able to wiggle your left toes. 2, add those arms if you like. Up. Last one, go down, stay right there. So from here, I want you to bend your elbows in. They're right angles. Your left leg should be at a right angle like mine is now. Slowly bend your right in and then press out. My hips are square to the way I'm looking. Slow in and press. Slow in and press. You can see my tail is back. I'm in that nice true neutral. And back, you've got 4. All my weight is really in this left heel. 3, slow. And back, go for 2 more, slow, and back, last 1, in, exhale, press through your left, stand all the way up, take a nice little breath, and then you're gonna come back down, bend those elbows, hold here, left leg at that right angle, bend your right leg in as well, so both legs are kind of at right angles, Hold here. Now all I want you to do is come up 2 inches, down 2. You can open your arms out, in. In, go 6. Abs pull in, 5. Abs in, 4. 3. 2, I hope you're feeling that left glute. Last one, all the way up, drop those arms. Come right in, give those legs a little shake out. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So towel is under your left foot now. Again, if the arms feel like too much, just drop your weights at any point, that's fine. So we're here. I just want you to start with the legs. So bending into your right leg, your left shoots back. So you're down about there. Right leg is now at a right angle. Press through your right as you stand. Inhale, bending down those arms if you want. Exhale, press through that right heel, standing back up. So slow and controlled the whole way down. Take a breath. Slower is harder. Slow and controlled. Abs are pulling in, ribs are tight around your center. Slow and controlled. And up. Go for 4. Exhale, abs in. Remember, your upper body is hinged forward that little bit. So the top of my head is reaching away from that left heel. All the way. Go for 3. All the way up. Last 2. You should be able to wiggle those right toes around. Up. And then go 1 more. Staying at the bottom. Remember, your right leg should be approximately a right angle. Bend your left in and press. Let's bend our elbows in at the same time. In and press. I'm constantly pressing up through my right heel. My abs are pulling in. I'm still hinged forward that little bit. I've got 5 and back. Inhale, 4 and back. Go for 3 and back. Keep those abs pulling in. You should be feeling that right glute. Last 2 and out. Last 1. Kick it out. Press through your right all the way up. Take a breath. You ready? We're coming back down. Hold here. Bend your left in. Straighten your upper body up so both legs are at approximately right angles. We're going to keep those elbows bent. Drop down 2 and up 2. Now you can bicep in and down. In, we're not straightening our right leg the whole way. We got 6, 5, all your weight in that right heel. 4, 3, abs in. 2, last 1, all the way up, bring that leg in. Give those legs a nice little shake out. That's the end of our little standing section. You can get rid of your slider for now. Pop your weights down by your side. We'll use those again. Just gonna adjust this back down. And we'll just come down to our mat. So we're gonna be about hip distance apart with our legs. Here we go. Okay. So grab those weights when you're ready. Feet about hip distance apart. So upper body is totally quiet. Your head is heavy, shoulder blades are flat against the mat. Collarbones are open, rib cage is tight around our centers. We have that little space behind our low back, right? So feeling that little space as we work. Keep those ribs hugging, keep that pelvis neutral, all right? So just nice and slow to start. All we're gonna do is keep our left knee pointing up and just float our right knee to the right side. Right knee opens, and then right knee pulls back. And same side again. Right leg opens out, take a breath, and then right back in. So each time that right leg opens, think about your left hip getting a little bit heavier. Start to think about those low abs. 2 more. Out and 1 more. Open that right leg out. Left hip stays heavy. Come back in and stay. Right hip is heavy. Left opens. Hold. Right hip stays heavy. Back in. So as you're doing this, start to anticipate what's going to happen in your body. Your left leg opens. Your right hip wants to roll with it. Really try not to let it. Open, pause. And if you're not feeling anything when you do this, it would be easy to just swing your leg around using your hip flexor, using your inner thigh a little more. Think more about your core. So your leg opens, your abs are working to keep your pelvis still. As your leg comes in, your abs are still working, keeping everything connected. 2 more. And last one, open out. Come back in, and then hold. Okay, so from here, just have your hands down by your side. Belly button towards your spine, press into your heels, lift those hips up, stay at the top, and then roll your way back down. So finding that center point of your body again, belly button to spine, ribs tight, exhale up, and inhale, control. So I'm gonna give you some options in our next exercise. I want you to think about what we were doing with our legs opening out, keeping your body weight just centered as you move. One more, all the way down, and then let's come up and stay. So belly button to spine, exhale up, hold at the top. So your palms facing up, upper body's totally quiet. Weight is into your heels to activate your glutes. Now from here, I want you to lift your right heel. So when your right heel lifts, your right hip wants to drop a little bit. Maybe both hips want to drop, but your right one in particular. So we want to keep our right hip lifted so our pelvis stays square. We can stay here. So can you see my right heel is just lifted? So you can stay there if that feels good for you, if that's all you want to do. If you want a little extra challenge, see if you can bring that right leg all the way up. So if your leg is up, we want our hips to stay still. If you feel that your right hip just drops when your leg lifts and you can't get it back up, come back down to here, okay? So whatever option you choose, I want you to just start dropping your hips, maybe 3 or 4 inches, and then press them back up. So you can do it here, you can also do it here. The idea is that we have just a light touch with that right foot if it's down. Inhale down and up. Right leg is at a right angle if it's up. Go 4 more like that, trying to keep your pelvis as still as you can, really pressing through our left heel, keeping our ribs tight around our center so we're still neutral through our core. Go 2 more. Exhale, press. 1 more. Exhale, press up, stay at the top. Now drop your right toes down. Drop that heel down if it was up. Take a breath. We're gonna roll all the way down, come right through to neutral. Hold at the bottom, and then back up. Belly button to spine, press through those heels, lift all the way, staying there. So upper body's nice and quiet. Little extra pressure into our right heel to activate that right glute. Lift your left heel. So if that's where you want to stay, that's absolutely fine. If you want a little more, bring this guy up. Right angle with that left. Now from here, keeping your hips square, drop down and press. Inhale down, exhale, pressing through your right heel. So remember, it's not about your back at all. It's all about this right glute, right hamstring. Core is keeping your pelvis still. 4 more. Go for 3. Last 2. Exhale up. Last one, exhale right up, holding at the top. Drop those left toes, drop your left heel, and then roll all the way back down. Take a breath, come up 1 more time all together. Belly button to spine, press and lift. Take a nice breath at the top. Rolling all the way down. Okay, from here, let's bring our hands behind our head. So elbows are gonna hover off the mat just a little bit. We'll start like that. When we come up to flexion, we wanna make sure we're keeping our pelvis still, right? So nod your chin that little bit. Heel up. So when you're in flexion, your shoulder blades are just slightly lifted off the mat. Your tail is tipping away. I have that little space behind my low back here. Ribs are tight around my center. Slow and control, come back down. Do that again. So nod your chin. Think about an orange under your chin here. You don't want to tuck it all the way. Don't squish that orange juice, or don't squish that orange and make orange juice. Stay at the top. And then slow and control back down. 2 more, just like that. Nodding your chin. Ribs move down towards your hips. Your hips do not tip. Slow and controlled. And again, nod. Use that breath to help you. We're gonna stay up on the next one. Nod your chin, exhale, peel forward and stay. So holding when you're up there, remember your shoulder blades are lifted that little bit. Your ribs are tight around your center. Tail is tipping away. So no movement below your belly button at all. I'm gonna come up 1 more inch. Hold. You're gonna come up an inch too. Stay there. And now come back an inch. 1 more inch up. Hold. Notice, is anything happening below your belly button? Your pelvis should not be tipping. Your glutes should not be squeezing. Back again that inch. So go 6 more like that. Take a peek at some, yeah. So make sure when you're doing that, remember your body is not moving, everything below your belly button is not moving. You're really focusing on your pelvis, staying completely still. Once cameras are so high, I can't see anybody. Oh, there we go. Yeah, good job, guys. So your pelvis, it's like your pelvis is in a block of cement. Nothing is changing. Remember, your head is heavy in your hands. Yeah, good job, guys. Okay, go 2 more like that. Keep that head heavy in your hands. And then 1 more. Exhale, come up. Hold when you're at the top. Take a little breath. And then slowly roll all the way down. Take a breath. Okay, so that was the upper part of our ab prep. Now for the lower part, if we're gonna add some legs to this to really challenge our core stability, we need to be engaging our transverse abdominis. So that's those low abs right between your hip bones down there. I want you to start with just your right foot. So nothing is moving in my torso. All I'm gonna do is lift my right heel and hold it up. Right heel up, there we go. And then from there, I'm just gonna lift that right leg to tabletop. So holding there, you might feel your weight shifted to the right. Try not to let it. Keep your left hip heavy. Now from here, upper body's relaxed. I just want you to tap your right toes down towards the mat and then bring them back in. So I'm moving my thigh away from my belly button. Thigh moves away, toes come down, thigh pulls back in. So don't touch your toes all the way down because that would be a break, and then right back in. So my left hip stays heavy as I tap away. My left hip stays heavy as I pull back in. If anyone wants a little extra, you can lift your left heel as well. You can even go here if you want to do that extra bit. So tapping and in. We've got 5 more here. Upper body stays quiet. Find whatever version feels good for you. You want to focus on stability. Doesn't matter which version you do. Last 2. And last one, exhale, tap away. Inhale, pull back in. Lower your left foot all the way. Lower your right foot. Take a breath. So we'll do the same thing on the left side. Remember, we're thinking about our pelvis staying still. So start with your left heel, lift it up. Your right hip stays heavy. Bring your left leg up to tabletop. Hold it right there. So remember, we're tapping away. I'm not just doing this. This is very easy. This is where it gets challenging when you move your thigh away from your belly button. So thigh moves away. I'm keeping my leg in that right angle. Thigh pulls back in. Remember, you can lift your right heel as well if that feels good. You can keep your neutral and lift your right leg. That's perfect as well. Whatever feels good for you. So exhale out, abs pull in, inhale back. Exhale out, abs pull in, inhale back. Go 3 more. And in, remember, it's fine to stay here as well. 2. And in, last 1, tap away. Pull back in, lower your right heel, lower your left leg all the way down, and take a breath. Awesome. Okay, so now we'll add our upper body to that. So hands behind our head, elbows are hovering, nod your chin. Remember, you got that orange under there. Curl forward and stay. So my ribs, my lowest couple of ribs, have slid down to the top of my hip bones. My shoulder blades are just barely lifting off the mat. I have nice even weight in my feet, even weight in my pelvis. Now I'm going to start with my right heel, lift it up. Bring it up to tabletop. So remember, you can be here, you can be here. Same kind of idea. I'm going to keep this down to the mid-range. So from here, I just want you to reach your right leg. Reach along, doesn't matter how low you go, and then bring it back in. So now as you reach away, lower your upper body, just barely gaze to the ceiling, and then curl forward. So inhale back, lengthening, that's the hardest point, right there. Exhale back in. So some might think that this is a break. It should not be. If that feels easy, you're not engaging. So keep those abs working as you lower and as you lift. Now, if you want even more, you can reach your right arm. So right fingers reach away from your right toes and then reach up over that knee as you come in. We're gonna go 5 more. Inhale back. Still nice and slow. 4. Inhale back, feel that whole right side of your body lengthen. Go for 3, that left hip is staying heavy.
Last 2. Exhale up, and then go one more. Inhale back. Exhale in. Right hand behind your head. Lower your right toes, lower your left. If it was up, lower those heels. Upper body comes down. Take a breath. Hopefully you're feeling those abs. We're going to do the same thing on the left side. So remember, make sure you're listening to your body. If you feel your back in any part of your back at all, just take it down from the previous modification. So you can always keep one foot down. That's fine. You don't want to be feeling your back. All right? Hands behind our head. Nod your chin. Heel forward. Even weight in your hips. Lift your left foot up. Bring your left leg to tabletop. So we're here. Now we're just going to reach away. And then we're going to pull back in. So remember, you can have your right toes lifted. You can be here. Reach away. We're doing that one, right? And then back in. I'll stay mid-range. So we're going to reach. And in. Upper body is staying lifted. Lengthen out. And in. Now if you want that extra bit of upper body, you can drop it down. And then curl forward. Extra bit of upper abs, I should say. Reaching away. Take a breath. You're looking to the ceiling. Remember, this is the hardest point. And curl. Add that arm if you want. So really lengthening that whole left side. And curl. Inhale back. Exhale. 4 more. Inhale, lengthening. Use that breath. 3. And curl. Last 2. And curl. And then go 1 more. Reaching long. Exhale, curling forward. Left hand behind your head. Lower your left. Lower your heels. Lower your upper body. All right, give those knees a little hug in. Have a little roll. Side to side there, forward and back. We're gonna come onto our side now. So let's start with our legs long. So straight out underneath us. Left hand is gonna be flat on the mat, so palm facing down. Your knees are parallel to the way you're looking, so make sure you're not here, all right? Right hand can be in front of you for a little bit of extra support. Just try not to put all your weight into it. You wanna try and keep your shoulders stacked out. So start with just your right leg, lift it up to about hip height. And then I just want you to circle your leg around. So as you're circling, just like the arm circles we did at the beginning, nothing else in your body should be moving. So you're circling your leg, your thigh bone is moving in your hip socket, nothing else is changing. So if you feel that your hips are wiggling around like mine are there, try to make your circles a little smaller. They don't need to be big, it's about stability, right? Go 4, 3, 2, last 1, and then circle back the other way. So as you're circling, just notice what's going on. Are your left ribs starting to press down to the mat to help stabilize you? Is your left knee starting to point down to stabilize you? That will help as well. We want to make our abs do the stability work. So try not to let any of your bones start pressing down because that will change it for you. You're ready? We're going to stay at hip height after this one. So hold there. Now from here, squeeze your left leg up to meet your right. And then just lower your left. Left up. And left down. If you're on the opposite side, just bottom leg up, bottom leg down. Notice what's going on with your right arm. I can feel my right arm is tensing a little bit. I'm gonna try and challenge myself, see if I can get my right hand up, squeeze, and down. Exhale, and down. You can do that as well. If that feels easy, you can even reach this arm up. It does make it even harder. Exhale, up, inhale down. I can do that one today. Go for 4. And down, go for 3, exhale, squeeze, and down, last 2, exhale, squeeze, and down, ready? 1 more, exhale up, hold there. Squeeze those legs right together, now lower both legs down. You're just to a hover, and then squeeze and lift back up. Inhale down, exhale as you lift. So get nice and high, feeling those right obliques as you get to your high point there, and down. Go for 5. And down, go for 4, and down 3 more, exhale as you lift, feel that core connecting, exhale 2, ready, 1 more, exhale, squeeze, lift up, hold there, take a breath, and then slow and control, lower all the way down. So for the next one, you can stay lying down just like we are right now, or you can come up into side flexion. So when we come up to side flexion, it's not here, we're not just resting on our bottom arm. I want you to keep your left elbow further out than your shoulder, so you're in that kind of a position. The top of your head is reaching
away from your toes. So that's our side flexion. Keep your shoulders down and away from your ears. Now from here, lift both legs up just a couple of inches, didn't put too high. Now bring one leg forward, one leg back, and hold. You're gonna bring your arm up, switch, and then switch. So as you're scissoring your legs, think about those abs working to keep your pelvis totally still. Let's do that again. Scissor and scissor, keeping that left shoulder away from your ear. It's not easy to do. Scissor and scissor, pressing that left elbow into the mat that little bit to keep those left ribs lifted. You've got 3 and back. You've got 2 and back. Good job, guys. 1 more and back. And then stop with your left foot forward, your right foot back. Now you can hold here or lift 1 more inch, down an inch. 1 inch up, 1 inch down. Last 6. Exhale, lift. Inhale back. My feet are like 3 inches away from each other. Exhale up and down. Go for 3. Go for 2. Get that bottom leg lifting. Go for 1. Up. Legs together. Lower your upper body all the way. Lower those legs and take a breath. Okay, now from here, bring your knees up to the front edge of the mat. So your knees are in line with your hips, your feet are in line with your knees, and then again, lie out on that left arm. So you're here, left ribs are still lifting. Let's lift our right leg up and hold, or your top leg, whatever leg that is, stay there. So waistlines, both nice and long. Upper body is just relaxed. Now from here, I want you to just lower and lift. Inhale down and lift. So each time you lift, exhale, feel those abs connect. Feel that right knee and right foot are in the same line. You've got 6. You've got 5. You might be feeling that right glute already. And 4. Exhale up. 3. Exhale, lift. Last 2. You ready? 1 more. Come up to the top and stay. Hold here. Now your leg is parallel, your right leg, right? We're gonna laterally rotate, turn it out a little bit, and then bring it back to parallel. So I'm just lifting my knee an extra couple of inches, and then lowering back down. Exhale, turn out. Inhale down. Exhale, turn out. Inhale back to parallel. Go for 5. You find that nice lateral rotation in the side of that glute. 4 and down. Go for 3. Exhale. Last 2. And last one, turning out that little bit, holding there. Take a breath. Now from here, back to parallel. Kick all the way out. So kick out through your heel. Squeeze behind you that little bit, and then bend back in. Hold there. And then kick all the way out. Press through your heel. And then back in. Each time you kick out through that right foot, feel that whole right side of your body lengthen, press. And then you've got 5. And all the way in. You've got 4, press, lengthen, and in. You've got 3, press, lengthen, and in. You've got 2, exhale, kick, and back. You ready? Last one, exhale, kick, back, hold there. Now from here, turn your toes to point down. Lift your leg 2 inches and down to last bit, up 2 and down 2. Go for 8, keeping those hips stacked, keeping those left ribs lifted. 7 and down. Tiniest bend in your knee, so you're really working into your muscle here. 6. Exhale, 5. Exhale, 4. Feel those obliques helping to keep you steady. 3. Last 2. Last one. Exhale up. Bend that leg all the way in. Give that glute a little pat up. Come onto your back. We'll give our right glute, or whatever glute we were just working on, a little bit of a stretch. So pop your right foot in front of your left knee. Hug in behind that left knee. Open that right knee out to this side. Just hold for a nice couple of deep breaths. As you're stretching, I know if you're used to coming to my classes, I've said this a million times, I want you to stay in neutral. So keep your little space behind your low back instead of just rounding forward. Really think of lengthening your spine. Keep that left leg pulling in as you press on your right. Upper body still nice and quiet, right? So holding there with your exhale, see if you can turn that thigh out a little more. Keep those ribs hugging around your center. So even in this stretch, you should feel your abs a little bit, keeping you in neutral. Last one.
left leg down, right leg down, and then flip around. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So we're gonna start with our legs straight out underneath us here. Right hand underneath you, toes reaching. So your hips are stacked, your shoulders are stacked, little space underneath those right ribs. All right, so from here, just lift your left leg up so you're at about hip height, and then just circle your leg around. So as you're circling, start small, right? You wanna keep your pelvis still. If you feel that you have no problem keeping your pelvis still, you can go for a little bit of a bigger range. It doesn't matter. It's all about stability. If you can bring your head on your hip, that's great. If not, keep it in front of you. Doesn't matter at all. Go for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then circle back the other way. So as you're doing this, again, like I was saying on the other side, notice if your right ribs are starting to press down, maybe your right knee is pointing down, trying to keep you balanced. Try to keep those things lifted. So your right knee is lifted off the mat. It's parallel, so it's not lifted. It's pointing forward instead of pressing down. And your right ribs are lifted away from the mat. Go 3, 2, and 1, holding there. So keep reaching those left toes away, and then squeeze your right leg up, and then right leg down. So bottom leg squeezes up, bottom leg lowers back down. Think about that right knee, your bottom knee. It should be pointing the same way that your top one is. Squeeze and down. Thinking about that right inner thigh, meeting your left. Go 6, squeeze and down. Go for 5, exhale. And 4, abs pull in. 3, abs pull in. Last 2. Ready? Last one, let's lift up. Stay there. Now lower both legs together and then lift both up. So Little Mermaids, you can try and bring your left hand onto your hip if you want for these. Lots of abs with both legs moving. Abs in, legs lift. Or you can also do this if you want. Abs in, legs lift. Miraculously do this on this side. Exhale up. Inhale down. Go for 4. Little pause and down. 3. Little pause and down. Last 2. Ready? Last one. Let's lift them up. Hold there. Take a breath. Reach those toes away as you lower all the way down. All right, so we'll come into side flexion now. So remember, we're coming up like that. Light. Your elbow is in front of your shoulder. So don't do this because then all your weight is going to go onto that elbow. Try and keep your elbow up a little bit further. You can stay down for these as well if that doesn't feel good. It's absolutely fine to stay down. So from here, we're going to lift both legs. Hold them up there. Bring a hand up. That's great. Now scissor your legs. So one leg forward, one leg back, and then scissor back the other way. So they're just moving a few inches apart. The top of my head is reaching this way. My toes are reaching this way, so I'm not here. That would bring me all out of alignment. I want to keep my right shoulder away from my right ear. And just a light touch with that left hand if it's in front of you. And scissor, go 2 more each way. Abs pull in as you scissor, and back. Last one, scissor, and back, and end with your bottom leg forward. Ready? Up an inch, down an inch, just small. You should really feel those left obliques. Up an inch, and down an inch. Exhale up, inhale down, exhale up, inhale down. Go 5, keeping that right shoulder away from your ear. Go for 4, last 3, last 2, last one up, legs together, lower all the way down. Okay, now from here, let's bend our legs. Remember, our knees are in line with our hips, our shins are parallel with the edge of the mat. So we'll still lie flat out so our neck can stay nice and relaxed and long. We're gonna lift that left leg up. So knee and foot in the same line. You don't wanna be here, you don't wanna be here. Just up and down. So as you're lifting, your body is staying neutral. So my tail is back, my ribs are tight around my center, and I'm moving from that glute knee, the side of my glute as I lift and back down. So go 8 like that. Exhale up, inhale down. Use that breath. Go for 6. Please get hard pretty quick. 5, exhale. And 4. Last 3. Try not to let that hip move at all as your leg moves. Ready? 1 more. Stay up, hold there. Now turn your leg out. So knee goes up to the ceiling and back to parallel. Knee goes up to the ceiling. My foot is just following my knee. Exhale up. Inhale down, go 8 like that. Keep those right ribs lifting. And down. 6 and down. Go for 5 and down. 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1, turn out, bring your leg back to parallel, and then kick all the way out. So kick out through your heel, hold when it's back there, and then bend all the way back in. Back to that starting position. And in. Exhale, press all the way out. And inhale, back in. You got it for 6. Kick, press, lengthening that left side. And 5, kick, press, and in 4 more. You can do that last little bit in medial in 3. Exhale, squeeze that glute at the end of the movement. Last 2, squeeze. Last 1, exhale, press back, stay there. Turn your toes to point down, knee points down that bit, and now lift up 2 and down 2 little lifts, keeping your hips stacked, shoulders stacked, right ribs stay lifted. Exhale up. Inhale down, go 6, 5, tiny bend in that knee, so you're really working into that glute. 4, squeeze, 3, squeeze, last 2, squeeze, last 1, squeeze up, bring that leg all the way in and drop it down. Give that glute a little kick out, and then we'll do the same stretch in neutral, little space behind your low back, hug that right knee in tight, keep that left knee turning out to the side. And take a couple of nice deep breaths, just allowing that glute and hip to have a little stretch out. Took my time. Okay. So after you finish that stretch, just send your legs right out underneath you. You can use your Kens if you would like, or your weights. You don't have to. We're gonna start with our legs just right underneath us, just about hip distance apart. If you're going to use weights, just reach your arms up. Even without weights, reach your arms up. Shoulder blades flat against the mat. So arms are reaching overhead. So as your arms reach overhead, your ribs want to lift, your back wants to arch. Don't let that happen. Bring your arms back up. Stay there. Do that again. So shoulder blades stay flat against the mat as your arms go back, holding when they're back there. Now take a breath in. As you begin your exhale, you're going to come all the way to a full roll up. So arms come forward, nod your chin, and roll all the way out. Stack yourself back up nice and tall, and then do the same thing all the way down. So belly button to spine rolling. You can do a couple ways to make this more of a challenge if you would like. So same thing, ribs tighter under your center as your arms come up, nod your chin. So if you have the weights in your hands, don't just reach your arms forward because they're just pulling you forward, right? You want to use your core to pull yourself forward. So if you have the weights, reach your arms up to the ceiling instead. It will feel like a lot more work on your core. Reach all the way out, stack yourself back up. Do that again. So belly button to spine as you roll all the way. Go one more like this. Again, you do not need to use weights at all, reaching up to the ceiling. And then do the same thing on the way back as well. So arms up as you roll. Reach those arms overhead. And we can add a little bit on. I'm going to just take the weights out of the equation for this one. You can keep them if you'd like. So reach your arms forward, nod your chin. This time, as your mid-back lifts, bring your right leg up to tabletop. So staying there, take a breath. So you're still in a little scoop here. Roll back down, belly button to spine as you roll. Reach those arms back, reach that leg out. Same thing, other side. So when your mid-back lifts, your left leg will lift. Take a breath. You can be straight, you can be bent, whatever feels good. Rolling down, so even weight to both sides of your spine as you roll. Leg extends, arms extend. Do it again. So nodding. Holding in that little scoop, shoulders stay down, even weight to both sides of your spine, extend that right leg, reach those arms. Same thing, left. Nodding, curl, left, holding there, that right side is heavy. All the way down. If you're up for it, try one with both legs, nodding your chin, curl forward, holding when you're in that little teaser. Let's roll back out, slow and controlled, extend those legs, extend those arms. Let's see if we can do it again. Remember, it's fine to keep your legs down also. Holding when you're up there, take a nice deep breath. Lower your toes, come all the way to seated. Okay, so now we'll do some half roll back. So we're just gonna come back to that halfway point. So we'll be just about there when we're working. So we wanna keep our spine round when we come back. So that's around back where I am right there, not here. See the difference? That's a flat back. I wanna be in a round back, all right? Weights if you would like. Let's have our palms facing up with or without weights. Scoop back, so pull your belly button in as you roll. Shoulders down and away from your ears, take a breath. Now from here, can you open your right arm up to the side, keeping your weight even on your sitting bones, and then bring your right arm back through center. So same thing here, left arm opens, no change right to left in your body, and back in. Right arm opens, abs are pulling in, and back, and then left, same thing. Abs are pulling in as you open, and back through center. Good. So let's go one more each way. Keep that scoop. And in, one more left. Back in, and then use your abs. Come all the way back to seated. Give the shoulders a roll up. Remember, you don't have to use weights at all. Just gonna wiggle away from the wall a little bit more. All right, so from here, scoop back. Again, drop those weights if you want to, it's all good. So lift your right leg up to tabletop. So when I'm here, I want my hips to stay even. If you feel like your hips do not stay even when you lift this leg, bring your leg back down, that's absolutely fine. But if you feel like they are staying even, let's keep that leg lifted. Now from here, I want you to open just your right arm out to the right side. Open out a little past shoulder so you can really rotate your body, and then bring that arm back through center. So do that again, open out so you're at shoulder height, and then go a little past, rotate, and back through center. Go for 4. Add that little rotation, and back, go for 3. That left arm is working isometrically, just holding that arm there, and back. Good, go for 2, and back. Last one, opening out, hold there, all the way back through center, lower your right, come all the way back to seated, take a breath. Same thing, other side, so scooping back, holding your little scoop. Once you feel like you're really secure, bring your left leg up. Remember, you can keep your left leg down as well, holding here. So from here, your right arm stays exactly where it is. So in front of your right shoulder, open your left, add that little rotation behind, and then come back through center. So again, as I'm rotating, my left ribs are pulling back, my left arm is reaching behind me, and back through center. Keeping even weight on those hips, little twist, and back, go for 4. Abs in. At the end of the movement, my fingertips are reaching away from one another. And again, belly button in and rotate. Let's go back, last 2. And then one more, exhale back. Back through center, lower your left, come all the way back to seated, nice and tall. Give your shoulders a little bit of a roll out. Okay, from there, pop the weights down to the side. Hands behind your head. So with your hands behind your head, keep those elbows wide. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. Last little bit in this half roll sequence. If you're feeling your hip flexors grabbing, you can open your legs out like so and do the same thing with your legs in a butterfly position. All right, so you can be here or here. Scoop back, pull that belly button in. Now hold. Now I want you to bring your right leg up and then rotate towards it. Back through center, lower your right down. Left leg up, rotate towards it. So as we're shifting side to side, I want you to think about the weight distribution on your hips. It should stay even. You're staying in that little bit of a scoop, up, rotate, back, and down. Hips stay even, up, rotate, back, and down. One more each way like this, up, rotate, back, and down. Last one, up, rotate, back, and down, all the way back to seated nice and tall. Okay, now from here, come up to a 4-point kneel. So hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips.
Give your hip flexors a little bit of a break. Take my time. Okay, so hands under those shoulders, knees really underneath your hips so they're not together, they're apart. All right, if your wrists really bother you, you can be here, you can come all the way down if that feels better for you as well. You just will miss the arm part, but that's absolutely fine. All right, so we're starting here. We're gonna start with our regular swim press. So kick your right leg straight out along the mat, lift it up so it's up at hip height, so my toes are reaching away from the top of my head. Then you can stay there, but if you want a little bit extra, add your left arm in front. You can also hold your weight in your left arm if you want. So we'll tap down all the way, and we'll lift. Inhale down, exhale, lengthening. So this could feel like a very simple exercise. I want you to think about a few things as we're doing this. Are your abs pulling in? Are your ribs hugging around your center? Is your weight shifting to the left, or are you able to keep your weight directly on top of that left knee? So try to think about those things. Your left knee should be pressing into the mat each time you lift to keep you right on top of it. Your abs are pulling in each time you lift. Your ribs are staying tight around your center. Last one, lift up, hold it there. Now from here, open away from your midline, 2 inches, and pull back in. 2 inches out, 2 inches in for 3. Go for 2, abs pull in. Go for 1, abs pull in, back through center, left arm down, right knee down, sit yourself all the way back to a shell stretch. Give your wrists a little shake out. We're gonna do one more on this side here. Shake them out, shake them out. Okay, so from here, I want you to send your right leg straight out again. Lift that guy up to about hip height, and then come down onto your left elbow. So most of your weight is onto your left forearm. All right, now from here, just tap your toes and then lift. So lift that a little higher than you did in your swim prep. You were just going to hip height. Now we're gonna go higher. So squeezing that glute. We wanna keep our abs on so that we're not arching our back. Exhale as you squeeze. Inhale down, exhale, squeeze, not letting your weight shift to the left. Keep pressure into that left knee. Go 6 and down. Doesn't matter how high you go, keep those abs pulling in so you're not moving into your back. 5, squeeze, and down. Go for 4. Go for 3, exhale, squeeze, really reaching through those toes. 2, squeeze. Last one, let's squeeze up. Take a breath, bring that knee in, sit yourself all the way back to that shell stretch. Give those wrists a little shake out. And then we'll do the same on the other side. So we'll start with that swim prep. Hands back under your shoulders when you're ready, knees underneath your hips. Make sure those abs are pulling in, your ribs are staying tight around your center, not tucking at all. So starting with your left leg, send it out along the mat, lift it up once you feel that your weight is right on top of that right knee, and then send your right arm out in front. So from here, tapping down. If you feel unsteady, you can bring this arm down. And if your wrists really bother you, you can do this and just do the leg. So just up to hip height for these ones. All right, but full version is this. Shoulders stay down and away from your ears. Go for 4, and down, abs pulling each time you lift. 3, and down, go for 2. Looking right down so the back of your neck stays long. Last one, let's lift up, stay. Now open away from your midline, 2 inches, and then back into both your arm and your leg, move away from your midline, and then back in, really challenging those right obliques for 4. Go for 3. Last 2, keep that left shoulder away from your ear. Last 1, out. Back in, hand in, leg in, sit yourself back. Take a couple of nice deep breaths there. Okay, give those wrists a shake. So we'll do that same one, that high lift. So you can see my leg. So start with those hands under your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, abs are pulling in, ribs are tight. So once your hands are underneath your shoulders, keep those shoulders away from your ears, bend your right arm, your right palm is gonna be facing down. You're gonna send your left leg out behind you and then lift that leg up. So you're gonna go higher than hip height and then just tap down. Exhale up, inhale down. So I'm not letting my body move with me.
My leg lifts, nothing in my body changes. My leg lowers. My leg lifts, nothing in my body changes. My leg lowers. So exhale up and inhale down. Exhale, lift and inhale down. You got it. So each time you're lifting, squeeze that glute. You've got 4. Exhale up, inhale down. 3. And down. Last 2. And down. Last 1. Exhale, squeezing up. Bring that leg right in. Sit yourself all the way back again. Give those wrists a twist out. Just hang in that little child's pose. All right. And then when you're ready, come all the way back up. Last one on our wrists here. So again, you can be here if your wrists are bothering you. You can be here as well for these. I want you to have your legs right together though. So inner thighs are together. Curl your toes under. Shoulders are down and away from your ears. So holding that neutral. Ribs tight around your center. And all we're gonna do is lift our knees maybe half an inch. Tiny little lift, hold, and then a tiny little lower. So for some of you, you might feel that your body wants to do this when you lift your knees, wants to arch for your back. Don't let that happen. That takes the work out of your core. This should be all about those low abs. Exhale, little lift, inhale, lower. If anyone wants an extra challenge, don't lower your legs all the way between. So you're gonna lift, pause, lower just to a hover. Lift, pause, and lower. Super, super small. Your ribs are hugging around your center the whole time. Inner thighs squeeze right together. Try not to just shift your weight into your shoulders. Go for 3. Go for 2. Exhale up. Inhale down. Go for 1 more. And stay. Holding there so your ribs are tight around your center. Abs are pulling in. Hold for 5. Hold for 4. Abs pulling in. 3. Shoulders away from your ears for 2. And 1. Lower with control. Sit all the way back. Give those arms a big reach forward. Give those wrists a little twist out again. Shoulders relax. And then just wiggle around. You're gonna come right onto your back. So feet back to about hip distance apart. I want you to bring your right knee into your chest. Send your left leg out underneath you. Just bring your gaze to the ceiling. Find length through that whole left side of your body. So your left toes are reaching away from the top of your head. Your weight is staying even in your hips. Nice couple of deep breaths there. And then from here, let's pull that right leg all the way over to the left side of our body. So just adding that little bit of a twist to it. So reach out with your right fingertips. Look towards those right fingertips as you stretch. Keep pulling that right knee a little closer to the ground. Nice couple of deep breaths here. And then let's bring that right leg back through center. Send it right out. Hug your left knee into your chest. Keep your right leg really reaching. Find that center point of your body. So you're right on your spine, even weight on your shoulders. And then bring that leg all the way down to the right side of your body. So looking towards your left fingertips. Take a nice couple of breaths there. Hug those ribs nice and tight as you're stretching. Should feel really nice. And then let's come back through center. Hug that left knee in, hug that right knee in. Have a little roll around one way. Roll the other. And then come on up to seated. We're gonna finish with a little rolling like a ball and then a balance. So it's actually 2 balances because rolling like a ball is a balance as well. So sit up nice and tall, have your legs right together. So when we do rolling like a ball, the idea is that, I'll just show you quick. So you're gonna have your legs right together, lifting up nice and tall through your center. You're gonna start like those half rollbacks we did before, like this, except you're gonna hold on to your legs. So I'm just coming into a little scoop. I'm gonna roll back, keep my chin tucked in, and then I'm gonna come back to that starting position with my feet lifted. If you feel like you can't come back up with your feet lifted, just bring them down with a light touch, that's fine as well. Let's try it together. So start by scooping back, belly button to spine, roll.
drop down, keep that chin tucked, and then come up to that little balance. It's harder than you think, right? Scooping back and back up to seated. So really important that you keep your spine round, otherwise you're just gonna splat on the mat. So belly button in, roll, round those shoulders, chin tucks in, and up. How's it going? Good job, guys. Scooping, and up. Can you feel how it's really about those low abs on the way back and the way up, right? Last two. And up. And then one more. Exhale, abs in, scoop. All the way up. Take a breath there. Drop those legs. Awesome, guys. And then come up to standing. So at the club, I like to just end with a little balance. So we're just going to do that today as well. So if you have a thick mat like I had, just stand on the floor. So feet about hip distance apart, shoulders down and away from your ears. Really feel that your weight is even in your feet, so even through the inside and outside through your toes and your heels. And try not to, if you can see yourself in your computer screen, you'll really be able to see any kind of differences from right to left. So start with your right foot, let's lift it up. Hold when just your heel is lifted. So I can already feel my weight is shifting to the left. So really try to keep your weight centered and then just float that right leg up. So as you lift that right leg up, try and keep your gaze just on one point if you can. Take a breath and then just drop those right toes back down. Hold, let's do the same thing other way. I'm gonna give you a couple pointers before we do it again next time. So lifting left, just feel like weight wants to shift right. Don't let it grow tall. Little lift, your right leg is not locked, and then lower back down. Now let's think about this as we do it. So anticipate what's gonna happen like we were doing on the mat. So press through your left heel a little bit to activate that left glute and the left stabilizers, and then lift your right foot. So already I feel much more steady by doing that. I hope you do too. Keep your abs pulling in, grow tall. And then can you just float those right legs? Hold there, take a nice breath. Keep that core connected. You can bring your arms out, whatever feels good. And then drop those toes back down. So I'm not lifting my leg very high. Doesn't matter at all. So anticipate again. So press through your right heel, activate that right glute, right obliques to keep you nice and steady as your left heel lifts. Now from here, grow tall, grow tall, grow tall. Lift that left foot, take a breath. Very good, and then lower those toes back down. Take a breath. Let's do one more. So press through your left heel, activate that left side. Right heel lifts, growing tall. Lift up. Very good. So left inner and outer thigh are working together, left glute. Slow and control, lower that right. Same thing, other side. So pressing through your right heel, activate that right glute. Right obliques, holding there, grow tall. And lift. Very good. And then just lower right on down. Give those knees a little shake out, those legs a little shake out. And you are all finito. Thanks, guys. Hope that felt good. Let me know if you have any questions or anything at all. So nice to see many of you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks. Thanks, Lynn.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
So nice to see so many.
Thank you.
You're most welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Guys, I'll see you soon.
That's
Next week, I think.
When are you
Thank
coming
you,
back?
Lindsay.
You're most welcome. Stay safe, you guys.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.